And why would you leave? My mind only sees the suicide side of things. At this point we can't relate if you ain't lost everything. I ain't a bad person, I got monsters in me. And if God is a thing, what's he want? And with me, keep Lil Peep on repeat, I see the awfulest things.
Welcome back to West Wild World. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Oh shit, sorry, pardon me. But yeah, I've already filmed this video, and I look back on it and I didn't like the way I explained things, and just everything about the video just seemed to be not good in a sense. Not in the sense, I just was rambling, I wasn't saying the things that I wanted to say. Maybe I was being a bit too harsh to certain people. But yeah, I want to be a bit more professional in my approach to this. But yeah, so recently in my life, I'm not trying to play a victim here, but in the snake community, these people have been causing a lot of friction between me and my friends, my personal close friends, and which has actually led to me cutting contact with them because of this drama. Not because they were rude or mean to me or anything like that, but it was, they were just getting backlash for my opinions, and these people were going to them and causing rubbish. So I just felt like it wasn't needed for me to be involved with them like that. Same with my family. I mean, my family also, from what these people have said personally, my family almost cut ties with me. They didn't want to deal with me at all. I didn't speak to my parents for about 3 months, almost 2 months after what these people had said. Not pertaining to free handling, but some of the stuff that they stated personally. And they, yeah, again, not playing a victim, but yeah, just a bit of rubbish in a little sense. Like, I lost close friends, and I almost lost my family over, you know, opinions. And people wonder why I have such strong reactions to them when they say these sort of things to me. But yeah, what started all of it was that I did a video with my Mozambique spinning cobra and a rinkhouse. Well, first off, I did a video with a rinkhouse when I had just had it out during maintenance, and it sprayed directly at the camera because they sort of have to rear up to spit their venom accurately at your face. If not, they're going to spit at your shoes. And I'm going to do another video of it because they also posted something about it, but that's, if I posted that video before this one, it'll be in the comments or in a little card thing if I know how to do that. But yeah, so what I stated was that this is a perfect representation of how a rinkhouse has to spit. I'll throw up the video that I posted. To show you, and on one of the groups it got declined. It wasn't even one of these experts groups, or the owner, like the owner of the group wasn't one of these experts that have been coming at me. So yeah, what I thought would be cool would be to neck the Mozambique spinning cobra and the rinkhouse to show the difference between the spitting capabilities of them. And yeah, one of these companies took, it's a snake milking company or a snake handling course provider company. It's a snake company, big snake company. One of them took a bit of offense to the video, thought I was attacking. Sorry, I just needed to sneeze, and I still feel like I need to sneeze, so sorry if I do during this part of the video. But yeah, one of these companies took the video, took offense to the video. Just a small little clip that I posted on Facebook and Instagram and everything else, promoting my full-length video on YouTube. But yeah, so they thought I was insulting the experts, which I wasn't. I just thought it would be a cool video to show you guys, and actually just to do for myself. I was going to do it either way, but I thought filming it would be pretty cool to share, because I tried to do some research on their fang structure and actually see macro shots of the rinkhouse fangs, and I couldn't find any anywhere. And I can also not find any solid evidence to the contrary of what I was saying. So yeah, I got rejected on the group for false information. They stated that a rinkhouse could spit accurately from any position, which I proved in the video, which wasn't true. But yeah, again, the company took offense to this and it started all over again. But even before they commented on this video, saying that I was insulting the experts, they sent me a personal email, which what I was talking about. I'm not going to share that because obviously it's personal, but they CC'd my parents in on the email, and that caused a lot of family friction. It was mainly about my handling, but from their part, it was mainly about my handling. But my parents didn't take my free handling, like they didn't react to the free handling portion. It was more so what else was stated in that email that I won't disclose. And again, I didn't speak to my family for about 2 months from a direct response to this email was my family not talking to me for 2 months. So yeah, when these people commented at me, some people really think that I overreacted or things like that, but I really had, it really felt like it was malicious and a personal attack on me. When many other people that these people also support do the exact same things as me. Maybe it's because I'm young, maybe it's because they think I'm stupid and I don't know what these animals are capable of. Maybe they think I'm just doing it for the kicks, the shits and giggles. Most people think I'm just an adrenaline junkie that wants to get likes and follows and stuff like that. You know, you can have that perception of me, but it's whatever. But yeah, this devolved into a whole argument, a whole insult match, and a whole this back and forth. The experts not staying on topic most of the time. I'm not the hero in this situation at all. I was very rude, very mean, but again, I had a lot of pent up anger towards these people from the stuff that happened even before these things went public. But yeah, so some of the things that these people have stated is that I do not deserve anti-venom if I get bit from the way I handle. So that is, again, wishing death on someone, and that is completely disgraceful. There's no other way of putting that. And if you don't believe that that is wishing death on someone, this black mamba over here, it's covered up right now, but yeah, it was in shed and feeding purposes. It gets very spooked with movement and stuff like that, so it's covered up. Before I guess you can say the invention of anti-venom, 100% of bites, 100% of envenomations from this guy was fatal, even with medical interventions. So if you're saying that the only life-saving medication or treatment I do not deserve, you are wishing death on me. There's no other way that you can look about that. And the other things that these guys are saying is that if I get bit, I'm using up anti-venom for someone like a kid that's just playing around in the bush and who gets bit, which accounts for, they say, about 3% of actual snake bites. All the other ones are, this is from a big snake company, so if it's wrong, go fuck with them. But they say 3% of all snake bites are accidental. And 97% of them are people who actually cause the snake to bite and react in a defensive manner. But yeah, so what they're basically saying is that if I get bit, I'm going to be taking this out of the hands of people who need it more than me. So they're saying these other people deserve anti-venom more than me. Or the other alternative is that they're trying to say if I get bit, I'm going to be taking away that life-saving medication from a dying child. So I basically would have caused the death of a child, innocent child. So that both ways, it's very, very disgusting to say as well. And I don't think these people can comprehend that sort of thing. They say, oh, think of the public, think of this, think of that. But this is what you are saying to me. I don't need to think about this rubbish when I'm handling my dangerous snakes. I don't need this in the back of my mind, thinking, oh, if I get bit, I could be killing a kid. Like, what? But I've stated before, if I get bit by any of my snakes, I will refuse anti-venom to please you guys. But that's going to be on your head if I pass away. It just is what it is. Obviously, I don't plan to get bit, and I understand what my animals do. But what are capable of doing. Reminded of them almost every day from these stupid people. But yeah, so what I also want to touch on is these courses, because I got a course certificate that I paid for revoked from me, which is completely their right. I mean, these pieces of papers don't really mean anything unless you're first starting out, obviously in the Western Cape. But yeah, so I flew up to Johannesburg, bought a $4,000 flight there back, without accommodation, without fuel, without food, and without all these other things, and that's not including the course. I won't tell you the course price, but I did that basic training to advanced training theory, handling, and all of that. And yeah, on the course, everyone was fine, everyone was good, everyone respected me, and I still posted free handling at that time. It was only afterwards that these guys sort of went at me. But yeah, with these courses, they enforce this specific handling politics, if I can say. So if you deviate from their way of handling or their way of wanting you to handle, you get attacked. And it's not just like, oh, I disagree with this and have a conversation. It's maliciously attacked. You're disregarded. Your opinions don't matter. I mean, even one of the people said, my opinions don't matter because I free handle any opinion. So you're completely disregarded. You're completely isolated from a bunch of people. And I mean, it's all right in a sense, but I mean, now it's getting to a point where it's affecting my social life, which I just can't stand. And again, it's not me. I don't give a fuck what you guys say to me. It's that my friends are also getting shit for like my opinions, which I don't like. But yeah, these courses I think are needed. They are good to have. I mean, just the knowledge alone from these guys is just insane. But the handling, I just don't believe that it's adequate. You maybe spend 2-3 minutes with each snake, and you usually only get 2 or 3 different species of snakes, maybe 4, that you get to handle. And then at the end of this, they say that you are now a certified snake handler, and that does not make sense. It invokes a sense of confidence in these people that will let them get bit, or make them get bit. Because with these handling methods, these experts have been bit. So I mean, if you are an expert that's been doing this for like 30 years, and you're using these methods that you preach to young kids and stuff like that, they are novices. They don't know how to read snakes' behavior, body language, anything like that. They don't know how to read the strike distance, and things like to that nature. And yeah, you're giving these young kids the confidence to say, like, if you use this method, you won't get bit, or there's not a possibility, or the possibility is slim to none. But you as experts have gotten bit while using these methods. So how safe is it? Like, people got really upset over that because I posted that little clip on Facebook, and everyone went at me, and they're saying I'm using their misfortune to my advantage. It's not. It's I didn't wish anyone to get bit, but it happened. You know, shit happens. I mean, any way that you handle can cause a bite, and that's what I'm trying to say to everyone. I handle the way that I feel comfortable to. I free handle off camera. I free handle, most of the time I free handle is to desensitize my animals to my touch, because using just a hook doesn't really work. They still get not hyper defensive, they get defensive if you just use a hook to rake them and calm them down like that, to try and get them desensitized to handling and your presence. The best way I found is to free handle them. So yeah, that's why I free handle, and most of the time I spend about half an hour handling them, hooks, tongs, and then free handling. And most of the time you will only see the photos of me free handling at the end of the session, when I'm done handling them, almost putting them back in the enclosure. What I wanted to touch on as well is that people say me posting free handling posts are going to influence people to free handle, and that's extraordinarily dangerous, which I don't necessarily disagree. If you don't know what you're doing, handling any snake anyway is extraordinarily dangerous. But my personal opinion on it is that you are selling a safe handling method to a young novice with minimal experience most of the time. This is a day course that they offer. They sometimes offer basic, then advanced, and then maybe one in between for some people. So 3 days, then you give them the confidence to say that they are an advanced snake handler. I believe that is way more dangerous to sell to a child or sell to a young enthusiast in the reptile hobby than me posting a photo holding something that can kill me and saying, do not do this thing can kill me. Like, it's quite backwards in your thinking. It's not that I disagree with courses. I think they are great, but I think they can also be greatly improved. I think courses are great for the knowledge that they give to you, but like, again, it's like 30 to 40 minutes of handling. How much can you actually learn in that amount of time to save you from every single situation that can come up in if you have your own snakes, taking them out of the enclosure? There's so many situations that if I stuck to what these people wanted me to do, I would have got bitten. Like, every single capture, every single handling thing is a different experience, and the only way that you can actually get better at it is with experience. I'm saying experience a lot, but hopefully I'm making sense. But what they're selling to these young kids is a way to handle these very dangerous, deadly snakes in a way that would 100% prevent a bite. But it doesn't. It's proven that it's not, because the experts have been bitten. So, like, there's always different ways of looking at things. And again, it's not me saying that I don't disagree with courses. Don't agree with courses. Yeah, don't disagree. That's a double negative. I don't agree with courses. I do agree with courses. I think it's very good to teach young enthusiasts about things, but I think with the handling part and giving them these false sense of security and confidence is just not on. Most of the time, the snakes that they take out there are very, very calm. I mean, of course you don't want something to go wrong on your course, someone to get bit, but I mean, how much are you actually teaching them when you bring out a super cold cobra that can barely even hood up and lunge at you or strike at you or do anything like that? It's like, what are you actually learning? You're learning to pick up a piece of string that sometimes moves. Like, almost no call outs are like that except for fucking puff adders. Puff adders are just lazy bastards most of the time. Not really, but I mean, they usually sit in one spot, either in camouflage mode or hunting. But that's off topic. But yeah, so yeah, the courses and their handling politics that they so like strongly enforce has been proven not to work. It's not like free handling has also not been proven, like disproven or proven to be more safe or proven to be less safe, but all of this is just opinions, because it cannot be fact. Every single interaction with a snake is different, so you need to know every single handling method available or that is around, in my personal opinion, to be fully equipped to deal with what any situation comes your way. And I don't think you should be looked down upon for venturing out and doing things that go against the grain necessarily. I mean, you can disagree with it. I mean, I disagree with some people handling and how they handle, but I mean, I'm not maliciously attacking them. I might do a little bit later in this video because the one guy has been on my case, but let's not talk about that. Okay, so after a little bit of a tangent, sorry I do ramble a little bit. Again, I don't have this scripted or anything, this is just off the top of my head. I just want to go back to the whole comments that these people made against me, the so-called experts, snake bite assistant. Fucking what a title. That will probably be bleeped, but you know. Yeah, they told me that I do not deserve antivenom and I don't deserve treatment for any bite at all. So that means no medical intervention. They would not help in any way if it were up to them. They said that because of my handling methods, I should not get any treatment anyway. And going with that logic, because I am in an extreme hobby or an extreme profession that can end my life at any point, you need to take that logic and apply it to every single extreme sport out there in the world. Parachuting, you fuck up, you hurt yourself, you don't deserve treatment either. Mountain biking as well. Those Red Bull mountain bikes, you see them all the time. They fucking jump over high ass shit. I mean, they're speeding down the things. They're trying to push the limits. And, you know, yeah, they don't deserve treatment either. If they fall, break their leg. I mean, yeah, what I'm trying to also say is that it's like with motorcycle riding. If you do not wear protection, say you don't wear a helmet or gloves, you don't deserve treatment. You don't deserve to get helped at all. Even if you were doing exactly everything right at that moment, but you just didn't feel like wearing gloves, it was too hot, things like that. You can also equate it to F1 driving or MotoGP. They are literally pushing the limits of what their car and themselves can do around a track. They're going at extraordinary speeds And yeah, they put themselves in that situation. So with their logic, if they crash, their car gets engulfed in flames, they should not get help, because that ambulance, that fire crew, those firemen, the doctors, all could be used somewhere else for someone more appropriate, apparently. A more tamer thing that you can say is horse riding. I mean, that's like saying if you don't wear a helmet or a vest while horse riding, you get bucked off and then kicked in the head. I mean, you don't deserve treatment. You just deserve to be brain dead. You just deserve to die. Like, this is the sort of logic that these people are trying to portray, and there's a lot of people that agree with it, and it's actually quite disgusting. It's very, very disgraceful, I believe. In not in any sense am I saying free handling is safer or the safest handling method, but it's what I feel comfortable with some of my animals. Again, I can show you an example. My big snouted cobra over here hates being on hooks. You can see how huge she is. I don't think she feels supported on hooks, and in my hands she usually doesn't reverse, she doesn't act as fidgety and things like that. Another one that I can use, this rattlesnake hates hooks. This Neo you probably won't be able to see, but the Neotropical Rattler absolutely hates riding hooks, always tries to climb back up my hand, get off the hook. But then the other one in there likes to be double hooked. So, you know, there's like a whole bunch of different handling methods that you can use for different snakes in different situations. And that's what I'm trying to say to people. I'm not trying to advocate for free handling, but what I'm trying to advocate for is to, you know, not try and have this elite ideology around handling. This is the only way that you're supposed to handle. If you don't handle this way, you deserve to die. That is basically what these people are trying to portray. And I think that is extremely toxic, and I think that if we can actually like agree to disagree more, we would actually get a lot more done in the snake world, from snake conservation to anti-venom production, even to advancing our medical fields with snake venom. I mean, recently the copperheads in America are being studied to use to fight against breast cancer. And I mean, how amazing is that? And how much more could we actually do and learn about these snakes if we weren't all internally fighting each other? It doesn't mean that we should all agree on everything. I mean, it's always good to have a healthy debate, but these people seem to maliciously attack if you don't do it their way. Again, I'm not a victim. I'm not trying to portray myself as a victim. I really don't want it to come across that way. I have been very rude, very disrespectful to these people, but again, most of it was a reaction to what has happened to me from a direct cause from these people. So I had a lot of animosity towards it, and that's exactly why I wanted to redo this video, along with trying to explain these things better. But with me trying to be a bigger person, I'm going to move on to one other person that is heavily affiliated with one of these big companies that has personally attacked me quite a few times now, and I actually thought we were friends, funny or not. Well, believe it or not, please believe it or not, if you brought up in the 2000s, you would probably remember that. Well, and if you're older. But yeah, so this guy has attacked my family, says just a spoiled brat, used my parents' money for everything. My opinion doesn't matter at all because I free handle, yada yada yada. I'm a attention seeker, I'm an adrenaline junkie, I'm an idiot, I'm a this, I'm a that. I mean, all personal insults involving my family in it as well. So yeah, this guy does not deserve respect, even less than these other people. So yeah, but I want to touch on the attention seeking part of this, and also what he preaches, his safe handling methods. So I saw a recent video of him, I'm not going to post it, but he knows what I'm talking about. He tailed a puff adder, and in his organization, that is like, you know, how can I even say it? Being in a hectic Christian family and then you come out as being gay, you know, one of those sort of things. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah, so he tailed a puff adder, right? All good, all well, I don't give a fuck, but he's going against exactly what he preaches to people. It's fine for him to do it, but if someone else does it, he will throw everything, he'll be malicious and attack that person But yeah, so he tailed the puff adder, put it in a tube, which I usually use for my captures as well. But then after he did that, he took the puff adder out, necked it, which is extremely stressful on an animal. Sometimes it is necessary, but this was not necessary. He took it out, necked it, just to get photos of it. Like, how can you say that I'm looking for attention when you literally caught a puff adder on a call out and took it out just to get more photos with it, with the people around? Like, you didn't do it for any reason. Like, who's really attention seeking here? Like, I'm posting what I do with my animals either way. I will be doing the same thing with my animals even if there wasn't a camera here. Like, people have that warped idea about it, but I mean, I'm not going to explain it further. If you believe that I only free handle for a camera, good on you. But you did only neck for photos. It was your only reason to neck that puff adder, and you still went against your soul preaching and your elitist ideologies around handling. But it's fine for you to do it, and I don't agree with this, and I don't agree with the whole situation in snake handling politics. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Again, I have respect for what these people do. Please don't get me wrong. I just do not respect them as actual people. There's a difference. I can respect what they do for snake conservation. I can respect what they do for milking, for the production of antivenom, and for advancing our medical field. I can respect all of that, and these people have done great work in that. But them as people, they are complete and utter rubbish. They've been complete and utter rubbish to me. I do not want to sway your guys' opinion. I know not a lot of people actually view this, but these people have blocked me, and I feel like this is a good way of getting my thoughts and opinions across to these people in more civilized matter. But yeah, I don't want any hate towards these people. I probably won't include any screenshots of what these people have said or the emails that have been sent to me and things like that. But yeah, hopefully you guys understand my message, and I mean, I'm always open to talking about my things in a calm and rational manner, but I mean, most of the time it doesn't seem like it will go that way. Most of the time it's of my own fault, but other times it's people who antagonize it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.